Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, back from San Diego Comic-Con, and this is one of the awesome comics I picked up. This is an early review copy of American Carnage #1, one of the numerous comics that are coming out for the new Vertigo, the new direction, the new vision, the new something to say from the classic comic publisher. DC was handing out full copies, early preview copies of the comic series, this and Bordertown #1. Awesome to get it. Really awesome because we're able to give you an early review of the comic because of that. So this is Bryan Hill and is the writer, and Leandro Fernandez is the artist. It debuts in November. So basically it's a crime saga. It's about this disgraced FBI agent, Richard Wright, who's biracial. He passes for white, though. He goes undercover in what is probably a white supremacist group, and then that group's believed to be responsible for the death of an FBI agent. This is first issue is the setup. We get the disgraced FBI agent. We get the person trying to get him to go undercover. We kind of get teases about the big bad. And what's really cool is that, so I learned this at a round table sitting down with the Vertigo creators at San Diego Comic-Con. So Bryan Hill basically post everything that's going on, he decided to start having conversations with white supremacists to kind of see why they were racist and why they fell into white supremacy. So this comic really comes out of a lot of those discussions and kind of what he learned in those discussions. So it's going to be kind of a fascinating thing to see this writer translate what these folks are feeling into basically entertainment. It's not preaching. It's not going to be. He said this isn't going to be a comic where the white supremacists are totally bad guys. We're going to see some redeeming things about it. We're going to learn maybe why they feel the way they feel. There's not everyone's totally bad, not everyone's totally good, and this comic's going to kind of reflect that. So it's just going to be really fascinating. The first issue is the setup. Holy crap, is it good! This is an awesome comic. Just the concept alone is the type of thing that I would love. I sit here and I read, I watch American Gangland all the time. I love watching those documentaries looking into white supremacist groups and race hate groups, stuff like that. I am fascinated by these concepts as to why these people fall into that. Hate Thy Neighbor, that's been on Vice, amazing. United Shades of America, learning about all these things. Really, I think it's fascinating to me, and I think a lot of it, I probably share a lot of that interest as Bryan Hill does. So, that is probably part of the reason I really enjoy this so much. The other is I love crime stories. I love those comics about shamed FBI agents seeking for revenge, or those undercover informants and crooked FBI guys going to like that sort of story. I'm a sucker for it. Goodfellas, love it, though not quite the same. I'm totally blanking on the movie, the one with in Boston and Whitey Ford and all that. That one. All those type of movies I absolutely love, and I think they're really entertaining. And this kind of brings that to comics, and then also doing that with a spin focused on white supremacists. So it should be really interesting to see where this goes and what he has to say, and kind of bring it up to there. This is a fascinating comic. So as I said, Bryan Hill is the writer, Leandro Fernandez does the art, Dean White's the color, Pat Brosseau is the letterer, Maggie Howell assistant editor, Andy Khouri is the editor. It's just really good. If you're into crime comics, if you're into those sort of FBI agents going undercover in a white... If that just the concept sounds cool to you, you're gonna dig it. We've seen these sort of stories before of that biracial character that can pass for white, that hides out with a bunch of white people. That's dime a dozen. We've seen that a lot. There's something about this, though, the way that first issue is delivered, in that it's just, there's a hook to it. It's really interesting. I think it's fascinating to see where this goes. The fact that Bryan Hill has done the research that he's done and what he's going to bring to the comic with that, I think has me even more excited. The first issue is solid. It is a solid first issue. It really sets up the characters well. You get a good sense as to what's going on. You get a good sense as to who they are. and I can just see where some of the things are going to go. I mean, if this is like that first 15 minutes of a movie, I'm in for the 2 hours. I'm not moving anywhere, and I'm pissed if someone talks and I miss something. So this is just really, it's really good. It's really, really freaking good. You know, even if I wasn't kind of into the background and liking the shows and stuff like that I like, I would still dig this comic. It is that solid. This is exactly what I want to see from Vertigo. Really reminds me a lot of Vertigo Crime when they were doing that line of graphic novels, which they should totally bring back. Vertigo Crime is like one of the most underrated things that Vertigo, I think, in DC in general, has ever done. Totally feels like it would fit in that genre, subgenre. And the fact that it is dealing with the topic that it's dealing with today is even bigger. The art is awesome. Leandro Fernandez, who's done The Names and Punisher Max, has got like some really good art there. So we're gonna show this. I really don't want to show the second page because there is something in there. One, it's going to freak some people out. Yeah, like the first 5 pages, I'm not going to show. I think part of it is the gut punch that you're going to get reading this. It does not hold back. It does not like sugarcoat things. This is some brutal stuff, and it sets it all up that way in an excellent way. Basically, it puts everything out there in the first 5 pages, and you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It's one or the other. Hopefully you love it and you're going to get sucked in because everything after is solid. Basically, those first 5 pages set it out that this is a comic that is laying it out there, being truthful, being brutal, and being honest. And this should be a fascinating read. I really can't wait to see this, especially with the world and where it is today. I mean, if this is the sign of where Vertigo is, between this and Border Town #1, holy crap, sign me up for everything. Like, this is going to be the line to look out for. Socially conscious, socially aware comics. You know, you're not necessarily going to agree with everything it's going to say, but it's going to be cognizant of what it's going into in the world, and you know, where entertainment stands and where we, the reader, stand and where society stands. So this is awesome. It's not out to November. You got quite a long time before it gets out there, but go hit up your comic shop and pre-order this. This is one to absolutely pre-order. It's fantastic. This feels like something that could easily be on television, easily be a movie. Would be shocked if this isn't. So yeah, like, this is one to absolutely go pick up. We've got a link beneath this video that you can go and reach out to comic shops. You go and put in your zip code. I'll tell you the shops near you. If you don't have a shop, we're going to try to get some links where you can pre-order online as well. But definitely pre-order this. Make sure this is on your list to get. Really solid, really fantastic. Absolutely psyched that I was able to get this early copy from San Diego Comic-Con, and can't wait for you to read it as well. So, if you're into Vertigo, if you're into DC, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.